Welcome to the Flaming Egg. I'm Jonathan Harding, and this week we're going to take a look at Bayern Munich's Cup quarter-final game against Borussia Dortmund. To the lineups. Well, Borussia Dortmund was struck by a late spell of illness to centre-back Mats Hummels, and he was withdrawn and replaced by Philippe Santana. A big blow that Jurgen Klopp later hailed as something that they really missed. Apart from that, Kevin Großkreuz started in midfield in a slightly defensive outfit, but that was to be expected considering the nature of the game. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, had arguably their strongest side available. Obviously, Holger Badstuber's long-term injury means he will be replaced by Daniel van Buiten, as he has been over the last few weeks. And Arjen Robben comes in for Frank Ribery, who was suspended after his red card against Augsburg in the last round. Well, Bayern ended up winning this game 1-0, but in all truth, it could have been 3 or 4. And that's no real representation on how bad Dortmund were, it's how really good Bayern were. The goal, in the end, came from Arjen Robben, and it was a moment of magic just before the half-time whistle. And we'll talk about Robben later on, because really he has surged back into fame in this Bayern team. But looking at the match as a whole, Dortmund were really disappointing in the first half, and I think they got their tactics wrong. And Neven Subotic said after the game that in the first half, all of his teammates, they seemed to be on the wrong page. And that was evident from the way that they failed to play the ball out of the back. Hummels' absence notable there, and they struggled to get Lewandowski into the game. Bayern, on the other hand, could have had a hatful of goals, but just couldn't find the back of the target, and Weidenfeller made a few very good saves. But Arjen Robben stepped forward, the Dutchman, who maybe question marks over his appearances over the last few years, especially in the light of Xherdan Shaqiri's arrival in the summer and the impending arrival of Pep Guardiola this summer to come. However, he's returned, he's been in fantastic form, and this goal signifies to me how brilliant he has been. Maybe, just maybe, with this kind of performance, he's putting a marker down and saying, I'm here for the long term, don't forget about me. Thomas Müller will certainly be worried when Frank Ribery returns from suspension. As for Dortmund, well, the Champions League eggs, as they've always been named, have obviously been in this basket for quite some time, so leaving the cup isn't really that much of a disappointment, I guess. But they'll feel that having lost this control over Bayern that they had, having not lost to Bayern in the last 6 League and Cup fixtures, it's a disappointing evening. But for Bayern, they've finally overcome this Dortmund demon, shall we say, and the treble looks like it well and truly could be on. I'm Jonathan Harding, this has been the Flaming Egg, and we'll see you soon for Bayern against Hoffenheim on the weekend.